Throughout my life, like all of us, I've had many teachers. Some of them left their marks on me, one or two literally, and not just a few I recall with genuine pleasure. But of all the teachers I ever had for any subject, Rabbi Dr. Irving Jacobs, Zichrono Livracha, stands above them all. I knew Irving Jacobs for many years. When I started at Jews College as a student in the Chazanut department in 1963, the age of 16, he'd not much earlier completed his first degree. And in my second year he was appointed a junior lecturer, and I found myself in his liturgy class. Since then I've had a lifelong fascination with the history of the Siddur, and I put that down in no small measure to Irving's lessons. But being a youngster, I don't think I really appreciated him then as a teacher. It was only when I returned to college to study for a degree that I came to realise how lucky I was and had been all those years before to be in his classes. I truly looked forward to his lectures. I studied two topics with him. One was Mefarshim, biblical commentaries, and the other was Midrash. Irving had a superb knowledge of his subject and a genuine desire to pass it on. He was patient, and if necessary, he'd explain a difficult point a number of times in different ways to make sure that every member of the class got it. While I've always appreciated the importance of having a knowledge of Hebrew grammar, Irving was the only teacher I ever had who could actually make it interesting. He also had an excellent sense of humour, and his lessons could be very entertaining. One of the most important things I learned from Rabbi Jacobs was how essential it is, when studying a rabbinic text, to place things in their historical context. He was always particular to contextualise what we were learning. Knowing the milieu in which someone lived often illuminates why they made a particular statement, and can throw a completely different light on what they've said. Let me share with you a couple of novel insights I heard from Rabbi Dr. Jacobs that still delight me after all these many years since I first heard them. I can't say if they were his own original thoughts, but since I've never seen any reference to them anywhere, I assume that they were, and they are certainly the sort of things that would appeal to him and that he would think of. The first relates to a phrase in Pirkei Avot, chapter 1, capital 13, where Hillel warns us, "Udishtamash b'taga chalaf." Lishtamash means to use, taga means a crown, and chalaf means to waste away. So this expression is usually rendered something like, "He who makes worldly use of the crown of the Torah will waste away." Rabbi Jacob suggested that the word pataga could also be read betoga, the garment worn by a Roman senator. And he suggested that Hillel was, in a subtle way, warning that anyone who got too involved with the Roman leadership could be in danger of their life. Udishtamash, whoever uses, gets involved, betaga, with people wearing togas, chalaf, has to be careful because they might waste away. The second relates to a difficult expression in the Torah and the Seder Kitavo, where Moshe tells the people, Hashem emircha hayom liot lo la'am segula. The Sonsino Chumash translates this as, the Lord has avouched thee today to be his own treasured people. Dr. Jacobs made the ingenious suggestion that in this context, emircha is to be associated with the word emir, a king or a ruler. And God here is saying to his people, I have made you like royalty today, my own treasured nation. After people depart this life, we sometimes make statements like, there never was and there never will be another individual like so-and-so. It's not true, of course, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends talented and gifted people in every generation. However, the one thing I can truly say is that I never had a teacher like Rabbi Dr. Irving Jacobs, and still hope that I may be fortunate one day to find someone like him. I haven't yet. Zichro Baruch, his memory is indeed for a blessing.